I think we're back. I do believe we're back. So good afternoon and good evening and welcome to the new Alliance raid with me, Chaiji. Or you can just call me Kai. So tonight, so this time it's Windurst is where we're going. And yeah, we just had a very brief break after the MSQ stuff. I won't be starting conversations about the MSQ stuff. Because if you wanted to talk about the MSQ stuff, that happened in the other stream. And there's definitely people that's going to be in the chat on this one that don't want to know. So, you know, be considerate. But with that said, hey Mizu, hey Yasuki, hey Nox, hey Gazelle Ham. Hope you're doing well. A comrade is down! Someone revive them! And hey Rust. And on that note, let's just get started. Who knows how long this will be? So I went into all this expecting the MSQ to be many hours, and then it wasn't. That's maybe a spoiler, I don't think so. It could be that I was fast. But I guess the spoiler is that I'm already here, right? But who knows, maybe this is really fast. Let's get going. Welcome back, Caetsu. You'll be happy to know that guard remains on high alert in the event any echoes appear in Yaktel. As of now, there have been no reported sightings. We did, however, recently receive a missive from Kikwesana. He's finished conducting his tests with Prisha and requests an audience. Bakul Jaja has already left to meet with him. I can only assume you wish to be present to hear the results, so I would suggest you make for the outskirts at once. Outskirts, then. And hey, Ilana. A time-consuming, difficult puzzle. That is a good point. Thank you all for coming. So, what have you learned? After a thorough examination of Prish and Alexal, we discovered that, Spit out already! You've made your point that we're not really living. How bad could it be? Yes, as you say. You're indeed artificial life forms, each possessed of an electrope core. Were said cores to be damaged, it would become increasingly difficult to maintain your form, until eventually you dissipate. This much you already know. And? What is the present state of said cores? While Alexal's core shows signs of wear, there's no significant damage. I don't expect it will break apart anytime soon. Precious core, on the other hand, is, well, to be blunt, it's a wonder you hadn't already blinked out of existence. We used all the electrope tricks we had to mend the worst of the cracks. But it has been mended, yes? A core should hold itself together, so long as she remains out of harm's way. Another strong shock to the body is all it would take for it to fall to pieces. Bruh. It'll be fine. I won't overdo it. Wouldn't want to miss all the adventuring we still have left to do, right? And I couldn't imagine going on without you. We're comrades born of memories from the same home, after all. Even if those I can recall are few and far between. Ah, that's right. You're always so quick to share what you do recall. It's easy to overlook how much you've forgotten. Yes, Bakul Jaja is right here. What is it? There's been an attack in Mamuk. Strange creatures the Landsguard are unable to identify. An attack? Echoes, in all likelihood. The sentries there will need reinforcements. Let's hurry! Round the world, around the world. Hey, Gustavo, just quick question. All the alliance raids are canon? Yes. Technically, I do believe they are, unless stated otherwise. Which does mean that the Nier Automata alliance raids are technically canon as well. Something to clarify on that is that typically the reason why, for instance, Extremes and Savage are typically not considered canon, because they're usually retellings in some way or another. They're basically like imagination. The same applies for Unreals, but that doesn't apply to all of them. I do believe some of the A Realm Reborn Extremes do have like story implications, but it doesn't really matter, because it's like the story implication is, and then Titan came back again and was stronger this time, and then you beat him. And Gathel Canon basically means that the alliance raids are part of the official story of the game. As in, this is actually happening in the story. I say Wolfkin. A cool Jaja. Ah, you've brought the others with you. You've all done well to hold the line. Ananta? Here? Yeah, it would mean that, Agent Monica. Assuming that we don't get told that no, it actually isn't. So you've seen this man of creatures before? Not here in Terral, surely. But how or why would they find their way here? That's correct, Wolfkin. Echoes. So that other world is home to these Ananta as well. I remember these fiends. In Vanadiel, we call them Lamiae. Their cunning is matched only by their ferocity. Ease off. Hope you're doing well. But thankfully, not cunning or ferocious enough to overcome our Lance Guard. The situation's a little more complicated than that, I'm afraid. Allow me to explain. We were standing guard when an army of these snake creatures appeared as if out of nowhere, surrounding us in an instant. Their numbers were beyond count. Had they pressed their attack any further, they could have easily overpowered us and besieged Mamuk. Just as all hope seemed lost, a strange mage arrived, barely a child, judging by her size, and felled the army with a single spell. Have you heard of Lalafels, Mr. Landsguard? Oh, yeah, sorry, Saf. The reason why I didn't include a Twitch link is because first of all, I forgot. Second of all, there was a Twitch link above, and it would still work. So I felt like, you probably were still hanging on. Sorry about that. Then she vanished before we could so much as ask her name or offer thanks. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were describing Kryl, but are her magics that destructive? We also retrieved this letter from the enemy's remains. Dearest champion, it is with great pleasure that I inform your vessel for the king has at last been chosen. To that end, I have sent forth this celebratory military procession. I hope that it proves to your liking. You are hereby invited to return to Judo for the coming coronation ceremony. Invited! As if he wasn't planning to release more echoes should we refuse. There are continued skirmishes to the south even as we speak, but I fear it's simply a battle of attrition. Well, I'd love to be the one that gives Serelia a sound thrashing. My place is with the Lance Guard. You seem to have a knack for passing on information. Your job will be to outline the current situation to the soldiers when they return. Right, then, let's go and kick Serelia's scaly ass. Oh boy, language. But cool Jaja be like, that part is not scaly actually, excuse you. Don't forget what Kikwazana said. If it looks like things are taking a turn for the worse, get out of there. She's basically going in with 1 HP, like, I'm sure it'll be fine. Probably. I'll say tuna. And yes, you do indeed have plenty of time. So, check out this shortcut. Doing the sands thing. Oh, you need to go west? I'll go east. Hello. But 1 HP is all you need to... That's true. All you have to do is get good. Look! Another one of those portals. Maybe he decided to cut to the chase and get straight to the fighting. Perhaps, but Serelia just struck me as the sort who enjoyed hearing himself talk. Is that... What's that behind me? Is it that someone who likes to hear himself talk? So, someone did force their way in. I assumed you lot had simply grown impatient. Thieves, then? No, such a feat is beyond the petty bandits wandering Yaktel. I suppose it doesn't matter in the end. Whoever they are, their fate was sealed the moment they set foot within my domain. Enough with all the prattling. You're clearly no match for Caetsu, so why not just turn yourself into the Lance Guard? Did you not read my letter? I found a vessel worthy of our one true king. He who first incited conflict in the lands of Vanadiel. This adventure has no chance against such a primordial being. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Yeah, very good, Serelia. Finally we will have the power we need to rule. Rule Vanadiel, yes, but have we need of subjects in this world, or should we simply slaughter them all? So long as we draw breath, you will not bring harm to this world or any other. Well, actually, ironically, I think we just came over the... went over the detail that you don't draw breath. Anyway, that's besides the point. I thought you might say as much. I'd expect nothing less from a man who's... perhaps that's better left unsaid. What are you hiding? What have you learned of who I am? As for you, Caetsu, never fear. When my echoes have finished with these appetizers, I've no doubt they will take their time on their main dish. So let us not waste any more time. To commemorate this auspicious occasion and the coming of our king, a veritable feast of powerful foes await. I should hope you'll survive long enough to grovel at the feet of our new ruler. That bastard didn't even acknowledge I was here. Next time I see him, I'll make sure he never forgets this face or my fists. You'll be doing no such thing. Have you already forgotten Kikbasana's warning? Leave this fight to us. Please. Dang it. Fine, but don't you go and do anything reckless, you hear me? Dun 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 dun. Let's see. Right. Well, Ham is right there. Let's see, how many spaces do we have? Oh, we only have one left. Oh boy. Just checking. We have a lot of people here. Let me actually... Let me check who's actually here. Because it could be that some people went AFK. Just see if everyone is here. If you've already done it, I think it probably makes sense that we grab people that haven't done it. I can't get both Agent Monica and Mizunashi. But I've been told that Agent Monica has presumably waited here longer, but happened to be in a different instance. Do you not have enough people to fill the 3 alliances? No. We can go outside. I think that's also instanced. But I don't think we have 24 people, not even close. And the problem is, Wolfkin, that you need 1 to 8 people or 24. That's the problem. Think we'll do like this. I can wait so that people can make a second team. It sounds like Mizunashi and possibly Naomi is working on a team too. And then we can try and like queue into each other. Maybe that works. And yeah, exactly, Ham. There's not much I can do. We could hop to somewhere else. We could hop to my house. I'll teleport to my house. Such chaos. While we wait, as usual, it helps a ton with a like over on the YouTube stream side of things, so thank you so much in advance. Purse of Rich... Oh, right, the fish. Ham would like to join Team 2. I think Rain wanted to as well, but I'm guessing Rain is already in it. And Drill Stops is in Team 2. I assume you're Rain? Oh yeah, also very true. Does everyone double check that your item level is at least 755? I will do a Reddit check. Doesn't seem like there's anyone else. Is Team 2 ready? Yes. We queue when Eorzea times is 755. There's a chance we'll land in the same one. There's also a chance that it just won't happen. But we hope. That, unless you popped immediately, this could be promising. The key is usually that you need to be able to enter the queue. And then all be in the queue. Then there is a reasonable chance. Hey, Crusher! Hope you're doing well. Yeah, we've had fun so far. We're hoping to coordinate landing in the same alliance raid. Well, the good news, Kat, is that there will be another chance at a new alliance raid with me. But that fish is more strict, I think. Fishing time, fishing time. Do they only have one healer? I guess so. The second team isn't even full. That's what I mean, Wolfkin. We don't have a full alliance. We're not even close. So it's not like I'll just post up in Party Find and get the last few members you need. We're like 1.5, roughly. That's pretty classic. We might have been more if it had been later in the day. But I started streaming today early because I expected that we'd be a really, really long time. But then, nope. Hey. There's still, exactly, there's still work hours. Oh. We didn't land in the same one. Dang it. Man. You, of course, just go in. Like, that's just how it is. Ham says, let's see if this run gets less wipes than my first run. Oh, that sounds promising.
What echoes has Serelia conjured this time, I wonder? The great star tree. This must be Windust walls.
Yeah, should be based off FF11.
Shantoto.
I don't know how many tanks we need, but I see both of the other tanks have their stances on, so not to jank things up.
Wizard and demon of the Federation. How has he conjured such a terrible echo?
You've no recourse but to cower before my true power!
Bam!
Refuse to obey, and I'll make you pay!
Hey, that's a cool mechanic. Right.
Before we're through, you'll learn there's nothing I can't do.
Have care. There's no telling what she'll conjure next. Fear will not survive this without powerful healing magics.
Oh boy.
For my next feat, let's turn up the heat.
What are you plotting, witch?
I'm no saint, so don't expect restraint. My patience is through, and now so are you. Very well.
Oh boy.
Damn it. Is everyone all right?
No matter where you run, I'll still have my fun. Surrender, I'll allow, if you but give up now. Your offenses demand consequences.
Last time I didn't realize she made like a path because I was too focused on she's casting a spell.
Never stood a chance, my dear. I shall snuff your flame out. Another swift rout.
Right, that again.
Comrade is down. We mustn't give up. Quickly, someone revive them.
I'm glad you noticed, Axel. In all this time he said nothing because so many died, I'm sure. Please, here we go. Is it Force March? I think it's a knock. But I'm using knockback immunity.
A truly mighty blow. The adventurers of your world are extraordinary indeed.
That's ridiculous. We survived all that. Oh.
She was a doll.
You've proven a match for my magic doll.
Ooh.
Perhaps you have merit after all.
Thanks.
Bieltana. This looks like
Is that from the original game? I believe so. It's at least a rendition of it. It's like her classic laugh. Oh, a leather-bound memento. Or memo.
The enemy has breached the Baron defense line. They march on the Imperial capital.
The city has been besieged. Make ready. The enemy will soon be upon us. Reinforcements! And now the fight begins in earnest.
Lamia number 2. Lamia number 2. There's a lot of boots.
Look at all these adorable two legs. Come
2 legs.
with me, mortals.
Their leader has finally shown themselves.
Left shadow slash. Wow. Bellowing grunt. It's not an attack I expected from Medusa Swarm Singer. It's a little weird. Now, Petrifaction was a move I expected. Did dungeon right? Yeah, we finished the patch. MSQ. Saga.
It appears the siege has ended.
Your basic vomit as a mechanic name is hilarious. That's a lot of text.
Are these not the undersea ruins of Al-Zadar?
The undersea ruins of Al-Sadal.
The light divinity.
You know, this room does look vaguely familiar. Alexander resurrected? Another Alexander!
Alexander
Voiced Alexander.
shall be rewarded. The defiled shall be judged.
Voiced Alexander. Cool.
Alexander. So we meet again.
Thy sin shall be cleansed by righteous fire.
He's moving slow enough that it was possible to move based on what you see. Oh dear.
Or is it an echo can match the resilience of Alexander?
Huh? Oh. Cool.
Offer thy worship, I shall burn away thy transgressions.
This seems a lot easier than Shantoto. But, you know, in before he has a mechanic that suddenly changes things. That sucks, Tuna. Hope you have a good one just to save, though. You can't hold on. Gordius system.
I'd expect
Not to be confused with Gordius system, right? Oh wow, that was really close actually. I feel we're reasonably efficient about that too. Isn't that an Omega symbol?
Still standing in the face of his judgment. Well done.
I'm going to guess that he'll start on, like, where he starts and he'll go counterclockwise. Because it spun counterclockwise when he was setting it up. Yep.
A comrade is down. Someone revive them.
Wait, Gordius system again? Oh, like that, huh?
A comrade is in trouble. Someone heal them.
Hey, what? Ooh, music!
I say we press on.
What's with all this skill speed gear?
The Garden of Ruhmet. And that means...
My god! It's a lot of legendary foes in this raid, huh? There's so many AoEs that it's actually a little hard to see where the safe spots are here and there. The arena just becomes like several different hues of orange. And tells me you're supposed to kill the ads first? Maybe, but the boss, the big guy doesn't have like building resistance as a result of the ads being there. So I don't think it makes any difference.
That's the last of them.
Because people kept hitting the barrier?
There is no foe Serelia can conjure that I have not
During the
already
ad
vanquished.
phase?
Twilight God? Here? Serelia, you bastard. You'll pay
Space!
dearly for this.
I'm in space. Zip, hurry! Hurry! Hurry it!
We stand now before the very father of creation. Hold nothing back.
Oh! Well, so Final Fantasy XI did actually hit literally the trope of, and then we kill God.
What in the world? The emptiness threatens to spread.
Kaboom!
The reign of twilight is inevitable.
Uh-huh. Bastion of Twilight. Oh. Ah!
Unto them, my essence.
Oh, right. It didn't occur to me that the... Whoa. That the delay from needing to continue meant that they would not overlap their explosions. Uh-oh.
Thine arrogant heart shall be mine.
The darkness. It's growing. This place is... It's been swallowed by the emptiness. The darkness of man's heart made manifest. No, I won't give in.
Thine own weakness betrays thee.
Oh, this is gonna be tight. If even possible.
Oh, Altana, I beg your grace once more.
Farewell shall be forever.
So close. The thing that happened there to Akatsusaka was actually that we had too many people dead leading up to the mechanic. But yes, if you don't spread evenly, it seems like it could be a problem. Although it also looked like people could visit others once their spot had been dealt with. Sip, are you gonna get up again?
We stand now before the very father of creation.
Hey, come on,
Hold
man.
nothing back.
We're doing game.
Who calleth my name?
What in the world? The emptiness threatens to spread.
The reign of twilight is inevitable.
I don't know what to tell you, Saga. The version of the mechanic you imagined is not anything new. Like that's like just a common alliance raid mechanic. Oh, you have to split into 3 groups and kill a thing. I feel like the interesting part of it would be the mechanics you have to deal with while doing it. Say bug.
Unto them, my essence. Thine arrogant heart shall be mine.
We need more people over here, I think, if we want to split it evenly anyway.
It's growing.
I think the major problem is that we're trying to do the ABC positions,
Darkness of
but
man's heart made manifest.
I think C isn't quite following it. Not that it matters, considering what we just discovered.
No, I won't give in.
Thine own weakness betrays thee.
Oh, Altana, I beg your grace once more. So long as I hold faith in my comrades and they in me, darkness shall find no
Teleport
purchase
us!
in my heart.
Darkness.
It's taking the darkness into itself.
Our farewell shall be forever.
The Twilight God could never. What has Serelia done?
Desire for the emptiness.
A comrade is down. Someone revive them.
Oh, that's a lot all at once.
A comrade is in trouble. Someone heal them.
Desire. Hunger for the end of mortality.
Careful, lest the darkness take you.
O star, descend from the heavens, I beseech thee. decided. Desire for the emptiness.
Nice to have a gap closed or something like that.
Desire. Hunger for the end of mortality.
Oh, Serelia's talking. Ah, you've done well, but you will go no further. Come forth! Ow. Shinryu Paradox. Noodle Dragon. Oh, hey, Frisch.
You can worry about how I caught up to you later. We've got a dragon to slay.
A double Shinryu. Same patch.
Come on, we'll be fine. Aren't we always?
Yes. Yes, I finally remember. Who I was. Who I am.
Who are you then?
Let us be done with Serelia and his schemes. Our journey's end awaits. And with luck, a new beginning.
In reality, I'm a Lalafell. Huh? Guys, multiple floor arena. Yeah, and then at the end, who awaited you? But Xenos again.
Dragon that brought ruin to Vanadil's twin.
Interesting.
So, World Destroyer wouldn't be an exaggeration for this one. Well, that's just one.
Whee! My light resistance has been reduced. Star Flare! Yeah.
Ooh, that looked like it hurt. Hang in there. Never thought I'd say of God that'd give Pramathia a run for his money.
Pramathia assumed this form after its resurrection. Now I
Oh.
suppose you would have no way of knowing.
I don't know. Ah, indeed.
Shinryu has already brought ruin to one world. We cannot let it come to another.
That was the same command I got before.
Not a chance. Let's kick this thing's scaly ass.
Hey, Razash. Yeah, I noticed that, but I also noticed that Exile moved a little slowly for it.
What
Oh.
the hell was that?
Has Serelia finally prepared the vessel for his king?
Nom.
Did he just...
Uh-oh.
You will have done well, Serelia.
Uh-oh.
This world is mine to conquer, mine to rule forevermore.
Oh no. That looks really weird.
Oh, sacred flame from beyond. Become my blade and consign my foes to ash.
Everyone, with me!
That's a lot of small pillar soaks.
Oh, Sean, stop! That's enough!
Ooh, that's a lot of damage.
Insolence! You dare defy me!
Oh, Sean! Oh, Sean!
Don't you worry about me, Christian. I'll see this adventure to its conclusion.
Face the king's judgment! My word is absolute! I will not be denied!
Oh no! Someone's down! Can anyone revive them?
My word is absolute!
Oh, extra flash.
A truly mighty blow. The adventurers of your
Oh,
world
no.
are extraordinary indeed.
Oh no. Ah.
I will not be denied!
Oh, I don't know what this one means. It means look at him. Okay, sure. Hey, vibes. We've got this. Ta-da! The pursuit of emptiness. It would have been nice if they continued with more on the 2 platforms thing. But I feel like it had also like kinda like they had shown it off. Womp. Hey! Hey! Oh. Elia. Maybe about an 89? No, I'm happy about the 95. The 89 is just a slightly more promising than the 25. You know, the real curse here is that the emote is tradable. Yep, I didn't win anything so far. I won 1 music. Yeah, that's what I thought, Leah. Why? Apparently it's 8 million on Louis Soir. You weren't supposed to be here. What? Miss out on all the fun? My gut told me something was wrong, so I leapt through the portal. Next thing I knew, I found you on the ground and a giant dragon looming over our heads. I know I'm pushing my luck, but I'm glad I was able to help. Indeed you did. In fact, I dare say your presence is what turned the tide in our favor. Dang it! My king! No! How could this happen? You had the perfect vessel! The powerful god at your command! If it was perfect, then why do their corpses not lay at my feet? I need a new vessel. A stronger vessel. Did Serelia imagine up a master for himself that treats him like dirt? Shinryu only came to be when Promethea, the Twilight God, sought ever greater power. It slew the world's greatest champion and brought ruin to the world. To find a stronger vessel will be no easy feat. What in the hell are you talking about? Promethea didn't slay anyone. Quite the opposite, in fact. I was there. Your victory over Promathia alongside your adventurer companion was but one of countless possibilities. Like Shinryu and the death of Anadiel's twin. How can you be so certain? The battle against Shinryu. Seeing you there, it all came back to me. Both memories of a world where heroes prevailed over Promathia, and another where you alone survived an encounter with Shinryu. Preposterous, I know, yet now it all makes sense. I finally remember who I am, what I am. The memories that echo within that rift between worlds, from past and future alike, from adventurers of our world and those not our own, somehow intertwined and coalesced into the man who stands before you. Meaning you share the memories of my friend too? Well, that explains how you remember so much about me. We are not to be ignored. Serelia, quickly! I need healing before it's too late. I need more. This place it's vanishing. Come raiders down! Someone revive them! Looks like we're back in Juno. No. It can't end like this. I won't let it. I need only return to the Walk of Echoes to find another world, another champion worthy of my cause. Where do you think you're going? You're finished, Serelia. Well then. Well then. Maybe she's the solution. Serelia may have gotten away, but he has clearly grown desperate. Best we hurry back to Baku Jaja and consider how best to track the fiend down before he has time to recover. The memory sleeping in Junior's stir. Perhaps the human adventurer has new knowledge to share with you. Well, first this. Let us return to Mamuk for now. Perhaps someone in the landscape spied Serelia as he fled. Actually, I'll be right back and then we resolve this. In the meantime, manatee restored. But it does sound like getting the emote immediately is a bigger win. Allies down. Someone revive them. Sandwich. We got sandwich. Anyway, I'm back. And if you are enjoying the stream, it does help a lot with a like over on the YouTube side of things. Thank you so much in advance. Right. Not so fast, Jafar. Does Serelia have Jafar energy? Oh, that far, huh? Doesn't Jafar want to be the ruler himself? True. Glad to see you returned in one piece, Caetsu. Word from Ashal. So Serelia's schemes beyond the rift have been thwarted then? That is well. We've routed the last of the echoes on this side of things, thanks in large part to Bakul Jaja. However, we recently lost contact with one of our scouts shortly after they reported sighting Serelia somewhere near Gokdrak Descent. Bakul Jaja is heading there now, but it would put our minds at ease if you were to accompany him. Of course! It sounds as if he's not far from the portal to Juno. We should hurry. Hey Lex! Hope you're doing well. Dang it. But yeah, so the bad news is that the new emote from the Alliance raid is tradable, which means that there is no such thing as, oh, well, eventually everyone will have it, so it's guaranteed that you'll win because no one else can roll on it. The good news is that if people farm it enough, then the price of it might eventually drop down to a point where you won't need to farm it. You just buy it. Oh, that sucks, Lex. Serelia, he took us unawares. We tried to stand our ground, but he forced his way into the Skydeep Chinoti. Bakul Jaja arrived but moments ago and immediately set off in pursuit after taking our report. I hope he can handle that slippery snake. If anyone would be fine, it's him. That said, Serelia is not wont to give up without a fight. We haven't a moment to lose. Perhaps I should make for the Mist Continent. No, it would be all too easy for them to track me there. I've no choice but to return to the Rift. It's over, Serelia. By the authority of the Lance God, I'm taking you into custody. Already they're upon me. I must set aside my pride, if only for a moment. I beg you wait, my king. Your king? If Doliorlal is to return to its former glory, the Mamulja require worthy leaders to unite them. There remain none more worthy than you, the elevated chosen. Indeed, I have no doubt your father, too, longs to see you take your rightful place upon the throne. So come, Baku Jaja, come with me to... So you would tempt the lapdog with not a bone, but a crown. I didn't expect your bravado to give way so easily, Serelia. You won't be gloating for long. What fortuitous timing, you three. Please, will you not convince our dear Baku Jaja here to stay his blade? After everything you've done to sully the memories of our home for your twisted ends, you expect us to help you? I wish to make amends. Yes, amends for my transgressions. You were cursed as a child to never age, is that not so? Being made from memories as you are, it would be a simple matter to restore the flow of time to you. I'm fine, just the way I am, thank you very much. And since you admit you've done wrong, we should discuss punishment. Maybe a knuckle sandwich or two? I can return you home, to Vanadiel. To perish in a world to which one bears no ties is ill-befitting adventurers of your caliber, would you not agree? Let me set me back to where you belong. There's no denying I long to see our home, but I also long to see our friend here bring you to justice. Without me, you'll be stranded. You would really forsake your only means of returning home for this brute you've but recently met? It matters not when we met, nor whether he means to repay any kindness shown him. He's our friend. We don't need any more reason than that. Fools, all of you! Such childish naivety is why you could never be king. And why you will inevitably play into the hands of Alexandria's queen. Trust is how you find yourself a tool, used and cast aside like so much rubbish, but I will be a tool no longer. If you would throw in your lot with the other refuse, then it would be my pleasure to mark this your grave. You will die here, mourning the world you will never set eyes upon again. Oh! Axe magic. You have strength enough to stand on your own? So, why? What good is joy without those to share it with? I can think of few pleasures in life greater than shared victory after a grueling trial against powerful foes. A joy shared is a joy doubled, as they say. I will never understand such folly. Live long enough, and maybe you'll find someone to thaw that icy heart of yours. After you've atoned for your crimes, of course. Thank you, but what will you do now? What you mean about us getting home? It's fine, really. This place has kind of grown on me. Oh, my dear Prish, is remaining in this world truly your wish? Said someone. Oh. Shantoto, but how? Might we save the pleasantries for a more tranquil space? I've grown tired of the unsightly decor in this place. I take it you're an ally, then. Very well, let us return to Mamuk. Forward and back, and then forward and back. Hey, Terminus! These Mamurja have shown me no hostility. How novel. Beastmen versed in civility. But where is the one who escorted us here? Is it rare for their two-headed ilk to appear? As head of their guard, he has simply gone to apprise them of what took place in Skydeep Chinote. More importantly, Shantoto, might I ask... Silence! I hear the deafening screech of the wheels in your mind turning, but fret not, you shall have the explanation for which you are clearly yearning. To begin, as I'm sure you already know, I hail from Maradiel, the one and only Shantoto. And it was you two who bested this magic doll, a rather amusing and unexpected sight to see myself fall. I thought it peculiar that an echo would pit a decoy against us. Echo, an interesting name for the creatures we felled, much like you, born from memories of our home as well. A truth anyone with eyes could plainly see. Well made, like my dolls, but no true article like me. So it really is you, Docs? Or rather, a doll created by the real you, who now speaks through you? This is all a little confusing. Docs? Ahem. Even here, I'm glad to see you're the same as ever, my dear. My cross-rift research was proceeding apace when I sensed a disturbance in that interplanar space. I was being watched. The nerve, the gall, to end his curiosity, I sent this magic doll. To find both Juno and Windust here was quite the surprise. Not one, but two faithful replicas. I couldn't believe my eyes. There was also a half-made Bastock. Shoddy work at best. The echo of a certain engineer could have built it with zest. His absence meant there was no guilt in laying the city to rest. No, just deleted it. And soon after we found you beset upon by more of those strange creatures. Not that they would prove more than a mere trifle for you, of course. In that first instant we met, I knew right away you posed me no threat, and yet the thrill of a good fight fills me with such delight. I could hardly resist trying to set you both alight. Oh, ha, 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 ha. As you might have guessed, Shantoto is wont to get a little carried away when the mood strikes her. In any case, you'll be happy to know that Serelia, the fiend responsible for preying on the memories of Anadiel, has been apprehended. You needn't worry about any more prying eyes in the midst of your work. If the trouble has passed, then my work here is through. This doll would return home, but what of you two? Both your 11 cores appear compromised, so it's hard to say how much longer you'll survive. Both our cores? I mean, yeah, did you not see Ashal tank all that damage? It would seem our battle with Shinru took a heavy toll. If you wish to come along, you need only ask. Ensuring your safe passage is a simple enough task. The offer's appreciated, but I think I'd rather stay. There's still a lot of adventuring I'd left to do with Caetsu. I would stay as well. I'll not deny it is a choice made with some reluctance, but if my time is short, I would spend it here on an adventure with my friends. If you don't mind waiting, our adventure doesn't have to be here. You mean to find a way to Vanadiel? That's a wonderful thought, but how in the world do you plan to make it over there? I suppose I shouldn't put it past you to find a way. Then it's settled. We'll save our adventuring for Vanadiel. With any luck, we'll have found a solution to our electro predicament by the time you arrive. But before we go, could we see maybe just a little more of Tuliholal? It's only right we say our goodbyes, and I've still plenty left to pester you about, besides. Blink! Did I hear that right? You're looking to take a trip around Tuliholal. In that case, there's at least one place I'd like to take you along the way. Which is what? Noting the contrast with Vanadiel has been a real treat, so I'm coming along too. And that's that, my sweet. Just as well. Something tells me I would regret leaving you to your own devices. I suppose the dirigible landing is as good a place as any to start. When you're ready, we'll meet you there. I mean, to be fair, Ham, considering what Serelia been up to, he probably is completely out of the loop. I hope you haven't been waiting too long. Before I tend to my own business, I'm sure there are a few places in particular you'd like to visit before returning home. Well, you see to Al-Sal and Prish, I will show Jantoto about the city. Once everyone has finished, we can reconvene at Jbalyav Tie. Red serious? If you didn't know better, I'd say Bakul Jaja has grown a touch more hospitable since first we met. Shall we start by paying a visit to the Lance Guard? They've been a pretty big help, haven't they? Alright, let's head to Bright Plume Post. Being our last time at all, I'd like to take in the sights a little along the way, if it's all the same to you. So we run. During our time in Kozamoka, the Moblins told me of the Potsworn and their practices to foster an environment for crafting the greatest gold and metalwork in Seral. Such disparate peoples working together in such a fashion is something you would never see in our world. It's perhaps what I'll miss the most when we return home. The Pelu Pelu over in Urkopacha sure have an interesting way of talking about money, don't they? Makes me want to go and visit just to hear them haggle. They all seem to be such shrewd salesfolk, too. Always finding just what I was looking for before I even asked. Breeding mind readers, I tell you. That's a very interesting alliance raid, by the way. I'm very curious how bad it will be once people have learned the fights. Because the first boss almost got pretty crazy, primarily because we didn't know what to expect. And then there was the penultimate boss where we wiped due to, I think we just had too many deaths. I feel I owe a great deal to the merchants of this market, and the supplies they furnish me with for our adventures. One can never be too prepared, though Prish would perhaps disagree. A look equal a look equal parts impressed and concerned on her face as she regards my bag, full to burst with potions. Old habits die hard, I suppose. Seeing the fresh produce at the stall over there puts me in mind of all the amazing food we've had here in Tyrol. Alpaca steaks, the Brook Pibil, the Mata cookies. Ah, what I wouldn't give for more cookies. And the Alexandrians were no slouches with their cooking either, though I wasn't expecting cultivated meats. Ah, so many tasty foods I haven't had time to eat. So many desserts. Yeah, I kind of expected that, Iris, considering that when they added Doomtrain, they had a whole talk on the live letter, I believe, about the fact that it felt like basically any fight that only gave one totem would always be too long to justify only one totem. With Zelenia being a core example. So I kind of assumed that they wouldn't release a one totem fight again, and then we'll see what they do for Evercold. But based on what they've said, we can probably expect that they're doing something different. Which, you know, the wind, the first boss, isn't that bad. Yeah, the thing is, all of the things that killed players were, like, typically the first or second time a mechanic came up. Like, that was what really got us. Ah, before I forget, I meant to ask you about those talking catfish. Are they also considered one of the tribes of people here? Whenever I see them, I instinctively wish to protect them and their adorable little faces. Were they not so violent, I would be sorely tempted to take one back home with us. The other day I was talking to someone in the outskirts who was torn about going home to Tuliolal, there being that 30-year time gap and everything. I know what it's like to lose time, which is why I told them they should make that trip while they still can. Even if there's people they lost in that 30 years, there could still be people here waiting for them. I wonder if they're already here. Indeed. Ah, welcome back. On behalf of the Landsguard, you have our sincerest thanks. As I'm sure you already know, Serelia is being held in one of our cells and awaits sentencing by the Wing of Reflection. There was a time when his crimes against Thrall and the throne would have undoubtedly resulted in his death. That said, I believe redemption is not impossible. Bakul Jaja has proven that. Though there's also the matter of lives lost at Serelia's hands. But these are matters you needn't concern yourselves with any longer. I take it you'll soon be setting off somewhere? Yeah, as it happens. Home. We thought it only right to come and say goodbye. Could you also pass along our thanks to Kik Bezada? Yes, of course. I've no doubt he'll be sad to see you go, as will the rest of the Landsguard. May you both have a safe journey. If we have no other stops to make, then let us make for Zabliavche. Well, here we are. Though I see no sign of Bakul Jaja. Perhaps its Hammond Keeper has seen them. Enjoy your evening, Rust? Come with colorful company today, I see. Will it be just the three of you? We're expecting 2 more, actually. Sorry to keep you waiting. Addressing all her questions proved more time-consuming than I anticipated. And address them he did, without a moment's hesitation. The Mamulja of this world have exceeded my, admittedly low, expectations. Bruh. Before you all leave, I wanted to treat you to one last round of tacos. Let's find a place to sit. Tacos! Aren't you going to eat? I swear the tacos here in Toliola will change your life. All the offers appreciated. This doll needs only magics to be duly satiated. Well, there wasn't really an eating cutscene in the MSQ, so there had to be one here instead. Wow, these tacos are as amazing as Auntie's. If I might have your attention, everyone, today we would offer you all a special treat. A treat for the ears. Hey, hamster pants. A special performance by Scoria, the up-and-coming songstress hailing from Alexandria. Oh, I do remember that quest bit. I guess you'll have to imagine it. My, what are the chances we'd meet again here of all places? She's been practicing every day since you left, determined to realize her dream of becoming a songstress. Imagine our surprise when Brooke Ew approached us, asking if she could hold performances at his establishment. So, what did you think? I'm finally doing it, bridging the gap between Tuliyola and Alexandria through music. Absolutely incredible. I'm glad I got to hear you sing before I had to leave. Dang it! Leave? Does this mean you're finally going back home? In that case, I'll just have to go and sing there someday. I'll be the best singer they've ever seen. That's the spirit. No doubt about that. Looking forward to it. Hamster pants with the... I wish my voice could sound like MIDI instruments. Mouth-watering tacos and an unforgettable serenading from Scoria. What more could I possibly want? Time, I guess, but there's no point in trying to delay the inevitable. Alright, we're ready to go. Then let us make for Juneau without delay. The connection home is strongest there and will help us on our way. Will you be seeing us off, or are you planning to stay? Yep, of course. If we have no further calls for today, I shall plot a course for home and show you the way. Concentration on home, hold its picture in your mind. Concentrate on home, hold its picture in your mind. Reach out with all your heart, and the path twixt worlds will answer in kind. done. I'm impressed. Pupils worthy of merit, and that is no jest. I confess you have potential. You're not just all bluster. Certainly better than a certain total loser could muster. Alright then, until we meet again. I guess we may have overdone it a little with Shinryu. We had a lot of fun times here, didn't we? And met so many interesting people. I'll treasure these memories of Thrall for all my days, however many that may be. And I expect to see you in Vanadiel someday, you hear? That big world of ours will always be waiting. Waiting for you. It is strange to think I will soon live alongside those self-same adventurers whose memories created me. Yeah, that must be weird. Stranger still that you too may someday cross paths with them. Should that day ever come, I hope you will afford them the same kindness you gave me. And invite them on an adventure, to create new memories all their own. I hate to interrupt, but I don't think it's wise to waste any more of the little time they have left. But you should come back for tacos sometime. We're comrades now, after all. And we've always been short on those, eh, brother? Take care, you two, and safe travels. Until next time, Baku Jaja, Caetsu. I'm gonna be difficult to visit for tacos now. It suddenly seems so quiet now. Dry your tears, brother. You still have me. What tears? Out of the two of us, I'm the strong one. We should be heading back to Mamuk. I'm sure Mother's curious to know what's become of Elsal and Prish. Ah, you returned, Caetsu. But where are Elsal and Prish? Have they... Yes, Mother. They've returned home. A bittersweet parting, I'm sure. Those you consider friend are few and far between. I didn't say they were friends. They're comrades. Prish, Elsal, and Caetsu. Nothing anyone says will change that. Mom! We don't call them friends. That's cringe. It would be remiss of me not to offer thanks as well before you go. I shudder to think what would happen if not only to Mamuk, but all of the Loyola had you not come to our aid. Threatened by our own ritual magics, no less. Never could we have imagined them being combined with Electrope to serve such nefarious ends. Which is why the techniques for conjuring shades will henceforth be forbidden, never to be passed down to future generations. We might have walked a similar path, if not for you and Vuklamat. We made many mistakes during the Rite of Succession, hurt many people. Despite all we've done, we were given a second chance. So long as there are those who believe in us, we'll keep trying to live up to their expectations. We've found the right path now, and won't stray from it again. We refuse to be a burden to our comrades. Aku Jaja. It's not too late to find yours as well, Father. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that people need only the opportunity to change. Perhaps you're right, son. Perhaps you're right. If you're ever in need of help again, don't hesitate to call on me. Your enemies will rue the day they met Bakul Jaja. Perhaps violence shouldn't be our first solution. You could learn a thing or two from the Vow of Reason, brother. Gang. Do you suppose Prish and Alsal made it home safely? I hope they can come back and see us someday. They will, I'm sure of it. We did the thing! The memories abiding within Juno stir once more. Perhaps the adventurers there have new knowledge to share with you. Indeed. And they walked, and they walked, and they walked, and they walked. It's pretty far over to Final Fantasy XI. They have to make an account, find out how to buy the game, and download and update the game. It's really, really, really something. Something wrong? It's nothing. Just thinking on all we've been through. It was some adventure. It was some adventure. Link. At the beginning of our journey, I had nothing. No name, no memory of who I was, only a vague sense of duty to guide me. With each battle we found our way forward, and eventually I would remember. Player character on the screenshot as well. I remembered what it was I was fighting to protect. What I was fighting to protect. Something more valuable than any treasure. You fight to protect it as well, which is why I know we will meet again. Until that day, let's be off. Adventure calls. What's the most popular race in Final Fantasy XI, I wonder? We'll leave the light on. Oop. That's a nice picture. We did it! And I, who was so concerned that we didn't have enough time. In 7.3, I believe we had a slightly similar situation where I started at like 12. And I believe we finished both the MSQ and the Alliance raid at like, I think it was either half past 6 or half past 7, which is important because I do believe we had moved Savage Raid night, so I had to rush to be ready for that. And this time around, I was expecting it to take even longer, and then it even remotely finished in 5 hours. That's not necessarily bad. You know, quality and all that. What now? Yeah, exactly. What now? Probably helped by the 7.5 story being split into two parts as well. Well, given what they typically do for this, the 7.56 will probably be a solo duty and some like just story quests. And we'll probably presumably see one of the new jobs in there as well. Time for 3 hours of Q&A. Have a good nap, Leah. Theory time. What kind of theory time? Ilana says 7.3 was 5 hours and 2 hours. Right. So if it had been like this here too, then it started at 12, and then we'd gone for 5 hours, it'd be 17, 5, and then 2 more hours, and it'd be 7. Yeah, for today we're using the new pink UI agent, Monica. I think it's a little too bright, so I'll probably not use it long term. But hey. The main problem is that I don't really want to use a see-through UI. It would look weird when I take pictures of tooltips and such, which might have been more easily like, I can just use it temporarily. Except you have to relog to change the UI. That'd be really annoying. And yeah, there's also a lot of things where it's like white on bright. Makes it a little difficult to read things. Not exactly optimal. It's also bright enough that you can actually see it in my camera. Not that that's a problem, but just says how bright it is. But it was a nice story. Of course, the whole point of that last bit with will you visit in Vanadiel is, well, you could play Final Fantasy XI. You could visit them. Well, you could visit Prish. I guess Asal doesn't exist. Because technically he would be you. Yeah, the only thing missing from that little finale there, Naomi, was probably like a Link appearing. Yeah, indeed, Ilana. The expectation was that it was probably going to be longer than 6 hours. Or potentially longer than 7 hours, even. Because it was supposed to be the big finale of some stories, right? But apparently the Alliance raid was rounded off just as fast as last time. So that leaves the MSQ, which was shorter. I would also add, in 7.4, I don't think there was like a big puzzle necessarily to solve. There was in 7.3, I believe, was it? Probably Hamster Pants. Probably. Hey, son of Fenrir, hope you're doing well. Yeah, go play this other game after completing sign up for PlayerUnknown's Ultimate. I have heard... what I know about Final Fantasy XI is... Well, first of all, some people have suggested that subscribing to Final Fantasy XIV is difficult. And Final Fantasy XI is the ultimate version of that. That is way harder. I also remember that I found, like, I think it was like a 20-page guide. Like, by page, I mean like Twitter posts. 20 posts guide on how to register for Final Fantasy XI. And you shouldn't need that. But I believe that the problem is that it's like too deeply embedded in it. It's not something you can just separate, so they can't change it. Which is what we call rough, I guess. But Son of Fenrir says, I had to walk a friend through recently to sub to 14 and it was a little rough. Yeah, imagine it's a little roundabout. When I say that that I have a feeling people think it's a little harder, to register it. The funny thing is, from my point of view, it wasn't difficult for me. Which is why I'm like, I guess it was? Question mark. Time to get Mistwake every day for roulette for the next week? Yeah, pretty much. That would be very classic me. Very classic me. Now. We can stop getting Meso Terminal. Hey, Tongue. Hope you're doing well. How goes the Alliance raid? We finished. Apparently both MSQ and Alliance raid we could do in about 5 hours combined. And in all of it, we wiped once. Combined. And for other adventures, during the trial, my camera crashed. Finding no more dungeon that punishes you for playing dancer or bard, an expert. I don't feel like it's that bad, but I get what you mean. Hey, Vivian. Yeah, the really funny thing is that had I known that it would be this long, then I would probably have planned, or this short even, I would probably have planned a little differently. Oh well. Stream time, I guess? No. That's not how we do things here. Take a walk from here to Solution 9. How long would... Isn't that one of the longer... It's short of the maximum length. Time to farm the emote. I have a feeling, considering it's tradable, that it's one of these things where if it's really like, unless it stays super expensive forever, it may well be one of those where it would be better time spent to just farm the money and then buy it, or wait until the price drops a bit. Here to Living Memory, that we could do. Although with instances, that's going to be a little awkward for people to participate in. I don't remember which instance we were in. Instance 1, I think. I've heard that the extreme is fun. But as is tradition, this is an odd patch extreme. So a lot of the players that run it day one outgear the content on arrival. So if you hear people say that it's too easy, take that with a grain of salt. Because it might be easy because people overgeared it. Alright, Crusher, good luck. The new dungeon is fun. Has some interesting mechanics. The new trial is fun, has some interesting mechanics. Although the normal trial, traditionally, is a duty that we can probably expect to not see very much. Like, all I'm saying is, I don't think I'm pretty sure I've only done Dawntrail normal once. Because it's never served in Trial Roulette. Because that's just how things work. So that's a little bit of a shame. But the Alliance raid also seems fun. The great problem, and this is important for those that like to get gear, those that like to farm secondary jobs as well, is to use these around pair coins. You need one of each of the other coins as well. So if you have any spare from the previous raid tiers, great. But once you run out, you will need one of each to actually spend them. And I think I went over this back in Endwalker as well. Again, Jutsu user, hope you're doing well. And I'm glad to hear that. Thank you so much. Back in Endwalker, I also said this, that because Juno and Sandoria don't have a weekly limit, there's a very good chance, a very high chance, that a lot of players have just spammed them to, like, collect enough coins. Presently, we have, like, 30 weeks, something like that. Somewhere around there. Until Evercold. And then you can probably, like, go, well, in the last month you might not care that much about gearing an additional job or an additional role. So maybe people don't really care about collecting more than a combined 20 or so coins. And even that might be a tall ask. Like, I could imagine some players wouldn't even want that many. But it could be that they would. And the reason why that matters is that if you want those coins, it is worth mentioning that if people are spamming Juno and Sandoria now, then it means that the longer you wait, the longer it will take to queue for those once a large part of players are finished. It's worth mentioning that a lot of people will still, you know, just do it a little bit at a time. For instance, looking at my situation, I at least don't need to do either of them for the next 5 weeks because I have enough coins. And it might be beneficial to just, like, collect the coins as you need them, because you might also find, after having already invested the energy to farm, like, 20 of each coin, that by, like, I don't know, week 14 or 15, you're like, I don't care about gearing any more jobs. but now you've already invested the time. That's of course completely redundant if you find it fun to do those raids anyway. Like, then it doesn't cost you anything. As usual, if you were going to do it anyway, then it's free. But if you are going out of your way to specifically farm these coins so that you have them, then it might be beneficial to just, like, collect them as you need them, so you don't overdo it. Bro, really? You're ruining the moment, Blue Morpho. And when it comes to gear from the Alliance raid, the actual gear that drops there, actual gear that drops, it's item level 780, and with this patch, you can upgrade crafted gear to 780. So, unless the crafted gear has, like, inferior stats, then you might not have super much need to collect this gear for anything but glamour, which isn't bad. It's just something to keep in mind. Don't break your back to get these pieces. Another side to this, though, is that unless you've grinded your heart out to get all of the relics fully upgraded already, then you will probably need those tombstones that you could use to augment crafted gear. You'll probably need that instead to upgrade relic weapons. Although, come to think of it, if you're like doing Savage prog, there could be a little upgrade here and there, where like the alternative is, well, I don't have the twine yet. Or if you'd rather not get the tome piece because you actually want the raid piece, you could use an augmented crafted piece to be closer and save the tombstones. Or rather, save the tombstones. There's a bunch of gearing options here. But not that you'd need it necessarily. Also, random aside is that if you do upgrade, if you do augment your crafted gear, it is worth mentioning that if you care about this, I don't think it has mattered since Shadowbringers, but, and by which I mean it stopped mattering in Shadowbringers, but the augmented crafted gear cannot be pentamelded. The reason why it used to matter was certain jobs, tanks, might benefit more from the materia slots of overmelding than the actual stats of an augmented piece. There was at least one raid tier in Stormblood that I know of where best in slot for tanks was crafted accessories across the board because you could just stack it with strength materia, which was better. At least for damage output. But traditionally, tanks haven't needed that extra HP. Says, a random question, do you know the true potency of the Lego summons or summoner with pet potency off the top of your head? I'm pretty sure that the answer is extremely close to 5/6 of what it actually says. Specifically for summoner. can't remember the exact number, but it's extremely close to 5-6. Ah, yes, this is instanced. Imagine if you had to run Skydive Genoa each time you wish to use this route. That would probably be a deal breaker. You know, the most unfortunate result of being done this quickly is that that means that we're out of stuff right around when I'd normally start the stream. That's probably the saddest part in all this for me. Although on the other hand, if anyone had come in like in the middle of it, it would be like, bruh, I can't, like, I'm behind. So I guess it's for the best. But I think we will round up the stream from there instead of just stalling or something. So, if you'd like to be part of the Discord community server, there's a link right there in the chat. They will find the weekly schedule where they will also find the weekly schedule where you can see what other streams are coming up throughout the days of the week. Usually updated Sunday or Monday. You also find the announcement room with links to videos and streams when we put them out. And if you grab the reminder roll in the role assignment room, you get a notification whenever I post a video or stream. So next round around 15 minutes before stream starts, you can catch it right when we go live. And if you'd like to support the channel even more directly, you can like over on YouTube, you can follow, you can subscribe, you can super chat, you can cheer, you can do all of that goodness. You can become a member. If you don't like any of that, there's also the Ko-fi link out. I'll post it right there in the chat. It all helps support me and the channel directly, so I can do stuff like this with all of you without having to worry about algorithms and whatnot. So thank you so much for the support. But I think that'll be it from us. Let's see if we can raid someone. I'm guessing that there's going to be a lot of MSQ spoilers, so maybe we can find someone that is less spoiler sensitive. Definitely dangerous to browse today. You should rate me? I don't see any good ones. I think, you know what? On today's occasion, I think we will just round off the stream. There's too many that are like spoiler territory of different kinds. So I'll just let you all figure out what you want to watch next on your own. And with that, I will just say good night, good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending where in the world, and hope to see you all very soon. Bye-bye.